Coming home from service, I was completely lost, drinking too much, smoking too much, and drowning in the complexity of living as a civilian again. Everyone kept telling me all I need to do was just stay positive and motivated and think positive and everything would be just fine. But finding my motivation felt more like trying to catch water slipping through my fingers than anything tangible. What I really needed was to maintain my drive for success through a reliable system, not through some kind of fleeting motivation. That's when I discovered motivation is actually garbage, and there's neuroscience to prove it. Hi, I'm Will Deek, college professor and longtime martial artist, and today we're talking about why your brain rejects motivation like mental spam. There's a specific biological reason motivation fails 97% of people, and the combat-tested alternative that actually works. But here's the juicy secret your brain doesn't really want you to know. Motivation fails because you're fighting against zombie-like processes that have already hijacked your behavior. Try this right now. Cross your arms. Note which arm is on top. Now, switch. How does that feel? Weird, right? That's your zombie-like, other than conscious processes screaming, "You've got the wrong arm on top, dummy." These processes influence nearly all of your behavior. Your inner zombie has taken over your mind. When I first learned to drive, I had to concentrate on everything in the car. But soon I could drive with one hand on the steering wheel while my foot would automatically slam the brake, even when I was the passenger in the car. That's what I call your zombie response, and it's what forms all of your habits. Here's the process. Trigger, routine, reward. Stress at work triggers grabbing chips instead of hitting the gym for that chemical hit. This is why motivation fails. You're fighting deeply programmed biological systems that treat motivation platitudes like pop-up ads, and it's probably malware, right? Your brain's job isn't happiness, it's survival through automatic responses. Fake optimism is dangerous when your automated habits are sabotaging you. But here's the good news. Unlike zombie movies, there's an antidote. These habits are learned, which means they can be unlearned. But first, you have to wake up and become aware of that your zombie processes exist. So here's what most people miss. Your brain doesn't run on that motivation. It runs on 3 specific psychological needs that affect your biology and determine almost everything you do. When you align with these instead of fighting them, change becomes nearly automatic. The first is relatedness. Your need to connect with others. I started training in Tang Soo Do karate, wanting to be the next Chuck Norris. But what kept me training wasn't that fantasy. It was the camaraderie I had with the students there. These people became my community, filling my biological need for relatedness. Think about your goals right now. Some of them are probably connected to family, friends, community, making a difference or service. That's relatedness in action. The second drive is competence. Your need to feel capable and in control. Olympic athletes, they'll train for years just to win one race. Martial artists train for years to earn a black belt. What they're doing is they're feeding the same biological need, competence. Think about skills you've learned over the years, or ones you're working on right now. This is how you're filling your need for competence. The third factor is autonomy, your need for choice and self-direction. There was a nursing home study that proved this powerfully. Residents were given choices. They were happier and more active, but here's the kicker. 15% of the choice group died within 18 months compared to the 30% of the no choice group. The lack of autonomy literally doubled those people's chance of dying in those nursing homes. When you pursue financial independence, self-reliance, personal growth, or adventure, you're feeding your need for autonomy. These 3 psychological drives, relatedness, competence, and autonomy, fuel your biology. And when you ignore them and rely simply on motivation, you're fighting your own operating system. But there's one more piece that makes this bulletproof: understanding where your zombie mind gets its power. Here's what most people miss about lasting change. It's not about motivation, like I've been telling you. It's beliefs stored in your zombie mind that you were programmed with years ago. The way we fit into society as children impacts what we believe about ourselves throughout our lives. Those beliefs are running your zombie processes right now. Parents, siblings, teachers, and peers, they gave us feedback that shaped what we think about ourselves, our beliefs. That feedback can limit what we think we can do. And here's an experiment. Harvard professor Robert Rosenthal proved this in 1964. He randomly chose children and told teachers they were special, about to bloom intellectually. For 2 years, he followed these children. The teachers' expectations actually affected the students' IQ scores, driving them up. The teacher's feedback made a huge difference. You experience the same thing. Answer math problems correctly in class, you're smart. Hide behind your mom's leg, you're shy. These beliefs got stored in your zombie mind. Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck discovered our beliefs fall into two categories: fixed mindset or growth mindset. Fixed believes we have limited ability. Growth believes our abilities can be shaped like Play-Doh. I learned this the hard way. Growing up, when I'm trying to work with my father on the car, he'd push me to a side and say, let me do that when I drop a screw when I was helping. I adopted the belief I wasn't good with my hands. Then later, in the Navy as an electronics technician working in tiny spaces with circuit boards, one day I realized I was actually pretty dexterous. But the moment that thought entered my mind, my zombie mind went back to childhood and I dropped that nut. And it took me about 5 minutes to fish it out. Thanks, zombie mind. The solution is adopting a growth mindset, believing your abilities can be developed through practice. Right now, you probably have some unhelpful beliefs stored in your zombie mind, like I'm not good with money or I'll always be overweight. But these beliefs can be rewired. The same system that programmed them can reprogram them. Here's why 97% of people fail with motivation. They're trying to rely on emotional states instead of biological systems. Emotions are temporary. Biology is trainable. This is what I call the black belt mindset, a process of conscious evolution built through consistent practice, not fleeting bursts of motivation. It's the same mindset shift that helped me break free from destructive habits and build a foundation that truly lasts. But here's the key difference between this approach and traditional motivation. Instead of relying on bursts of motivation that you don't really feel or believe, you create what I call working motivation, a mindset your biology can actually accept. It starts with calming your nervous system by focusing on your breath and posture for a few minutes. This simple practice helps activate a state of calm and confidence, signaling to your brain that you're grounded and ready. When doubt or negative thoughts creep in, instead of pushing them away or pretending that they don't exist, you acknowledge them without judgment. Then you gently redirect your mind with honest, supportive thoughts, like saying to yourself, I'm learning as I go, and that's how progress happens. The trick is to avoid fake motivation that your brain can sense is untrue. Those just get rejected. Alongside this, you build daily evidence of your progress by taking small actions that feel a bit risky or challenging, and then noticing the wins, no matter how minor they might seem. This habit rewires your brain to focus more on your successes instead of the natural tendency to dwell on the negatives of life. The goal isn't to eliminate negative thoughts or difficult emotions, but to learn how to function effectively while they're present. This is conscious growth through steady, consistent practice, not quick bursts of motivation that fade fast. Your brain doesn't actually need motivation. What it needs are reliable, trainable biological systems that create lasting change from the inside out. That's what you'll learn here. How to start building your black belt mindset today with just 10 minutes of daily practice. And remember, you can dive deeper into these biological systems that silence your inner critic and build unshakable confidence with my free black belt mindset training. It's the same approach I use in my Silence Your Inner Critic course, practical science-backed methods that work with your brain's operating system instead of against it. You can start your conscious evolution today by simply choosing one small action that aligns with your need for competence, relatedness, or autonomy. Your zombie mind doesn't stand a chance against consistent, purposeful practice. Until the next time, this is Will Deek wishing you only success.